To throw, it's May. He finds Douglas complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
They'll throw with May. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in.
It's just turned off on me, man. Please pull me.
But boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They're going to throw. May. And he will have a Patriots first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. A quick hitter complete. It's Henderson. And they can't bring him down. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it second down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Again, he'll drop to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Boye Mafe, his 2nd sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. The Patriots send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Fighting to the ball carrier there was Carlton Davis, and he finishes that play off. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. Up next, the biggest quarter of the entire season. At the end of that, we get to crown a champion. We are through 3 here in Super Bowl 60. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Only 1 quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the fourth. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Only 1 quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the fourth. That's to his running back, complete. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Here's Jones on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
2nd and 4. Throw left side complete. That's Douglas. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
On 1st down, it's Henderson. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. They run once more with Henderson. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here is 3rd down and 4. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line. It'll be a Patriot 1st down on a pickup of 16. Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
From the gun, it's May. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 15-yard line. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
First down marker at the 5. It's second and goal. Quick throw complete. And the Patriots are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Pats are able to cut into that deficit. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2. May going to try to throw for it. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And they have been the better of the two sides to this point with a 2-score lead, fourth quarter of this Super Bowl, and the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. A play fake, and it's Darnold. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Harold Landry. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Darnold. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So possession goes over here on the punt. So the Patriots coming out now. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Looking to put a drive together. They go play action now. May toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Gets this complete to Butte. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Douglas. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield. Here's 3rd and 6. To the air, May. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with May. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 29, here's the 2nd and 9. To the right side, this is Stevenson. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Stevenson. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. Fourth quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. It's Stevenson. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Ramondre Stevenson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Patriots' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
So now a big spot for the Pats as they'll go for 2. May going to try and throw for it. It's complete. But he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there of playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Looking to put a drive together. Back to throw, Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Option play, they'll give to Walker. And this will be a Seahawks first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out first downs, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
And Walker once more. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? you're taking charge.
They'll run here with Halani. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Darnold. And incomplete on the deep ball. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Now Darnold. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. That'll give him 8 that time. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
So with that miss, Charles, you have to figure their fate. It might be sealed.
Yeah, you needed 2 scores. So you take the field goal first and then worry about getting the ball back. But that may not matter now.
The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing here is May. He'll dump this down to Stevenson. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
Here's May. Open man, the tight end, Henry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. They'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a 2nd and 7. On the handoff, Stevenson.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
What a Super Bowl it's been to this point. Now a critical 3rd down here. To throw, it's May. That is caught. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. As he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now 1st and goal. Here's Stevenson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
His logic with the air attack has gotten him down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll throw with May. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Borregales now for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Darnold. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Two yards still to go. 3rd down now. Darnold now to throw. Well, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the 1st down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking 1st down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a 1st down.
Myers' kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So the Patriots now down by 6. A little under 40 seconds to go. A touchdown could win the Super Bowl as they've got a first down. Back to throw. And pass complete. Here's Butte with it. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
It's caught inside the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Despite writing it down in my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And this one is incomplete.
And remember now, a field goal does you no good. This is touchdown or bust territory. So they took a late shot for the end zone, but the defense, as they've been all game long, up to the task.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And he's in for the touchdown. And barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game.
And now we've got a tie game after that touchdown. And you and I both know what that means. Extra point in this situation, this little time left, takes on some extra emphasis, doesn't it?
It does indeed. Now inside the final minute, can they get it and hold on? Now the biggest extra point of this man's life. And it is good. And his guys have taken the lead in the 4th quarter of the Super Bowl.
Seahawks 44.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And with time of factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
And the Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Going right back to Smith and Jigba. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
47-yard line.
Now 2nd and 4. Darnold. He's got it at the 15. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT.
Oh, no timeouts. They're not going to have time to get up and spike it.
13-yard line.
So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. This undoubtedly the biggest kick of his life. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. That might just have been the most pressure-filled kick in Super Bowl history, but he stepped up, knocked it through just like it was a Tuesday practice in July.
And if it's not the most pressure-filled, it's certainly right among them. A title on the line, and he comes through. Nails.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the Seahawks are the class of the NFL. Seattle wins the Super Bowl. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
So that'll conclude.